to Tales of the Wandering Bard. I don't know why he's doing weird things with his hands.
Good meal. Good meal.
So you're back to doing what you were doing before, sharpening your tools, trying to craft them better.
Don't see any other way of doing this.
You find yourself leaning against your corner. It seems like the cell has broken into corners. You have the corner with the two stone walls, and Hank tends to sit in the corner by the front door and the stone wall, staying as far away as possible from the corners that are next to the cell, the corners of the cell next to yours.
Hank, I say, do you want to get out of here?
God, yes, anything. I'll do anything to get out of here.
I nod my head. When and if the other cards come here, are you willing to fight for your freedom?
I would do anything. I would rip a man's face off if I would get me out of here.
I would say I'll give you a weapon when they show up. It's good you can stab with it. When they come in, just don't do anything until I say, we've been so thirsty. When I say that, lunge at the one that's nearest to you.
Okay. Where'd you get a weapon?
What do you think all the scraping was?
I have no idea.
Sharpening.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the second plan if this doesn't work. So let's see. I continue on scraping and prodding, and like every hour I scrape, I sharpen a bit. I'm like, is this going? You know.
So you keep scraping, you just keep prodding. Some amount of time passes, unknown. It could be days, could be hours. It's definitely a long period of time. You run out of water. You're thirsty again. I mean, you're not like dying of dehydration, but between you and Hank, you drink all the water. And you find yourself again just leaning against this wall, sharpening your little nails, trying to get them perfect. When you feel cold hands rest on your shoulders, like reaching onto your shoulders from behind.
From behind stone walls? Okay, now if Antonio definitely thinks this is him going a bit crazy, so there's no cold hand. And I put my hand over under to see if there's anything, like easily, calmly, breathing deeply.
Your hand passes through an area, like a section of air that is freezing, but you touch your own shoulder. There's definitely like a layer of icy air right where you feel these hands. And a voice comes from behind you saying, "What would you do to escape?"
What is the price of freedom that you impose?
The hands disappear. You're not sure if they were ever really there.
Okay. You know what? A good idea comes to mind. I'm gonna poke and prod a bit about the cell, very easily. Listening for air flowing in through the rocks at any place. Is there any crack in the rocks? Is there anything behind the walls?
What is your noise percentage?
That's a pretty good one. It's 30%. But I'm guessing if I do it over and over and over again, do I get to just make like one an hour or something like that?
Okay. So you listen for these rocks. It's very still in this dungeon, aside from the constant dripping of water and the occasional shuffling of feet around you. The other cellmates have gone silent. The man who was freaking out about the scraping has gone quiet. The person in the cell across from you has not made a noise since you've been in here. The other person you're pretty sure is dead by now. But he's got to be dead. There's no way he's alive. So it's quite still. You don't hear anything coming from the cell.
Easily as I put my ear to.
You don't hear anything. You move your hand or your cheek over the entirety of the wall. You feel no breeze. The The air down here is pretty stale.
Okay, well, then that's a bust. Wow, you know how to design your dungeons.
I mean, it's underground. It's
Yeah. Yeah, but I was thinking like maybe somebody tried to break somebody out and then make it all the way. Or maybe the whole cold hands thingy was me talking to myself, but the cold hands was a breeze coming from a crack between the walls. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on sharpening. I'm actually gonna show, I'm gonna break down the other bucket. And I'm gonna show Hank how to make the darts, and just gonna make him make them as I sharpen out stuff. Like, make these.
Okay. Let's roll some stats for Hank. Okay.
We had stats already. He was pretty strong. He was stronger than me. That's the only stat that I know.
Yeah.
So and a bit dim-witted.
You give him some tools to make the wooden darts, and he sets away, glad to have something to do to keep him occupied. You lean back against your wall and rest for a moment, thinking about what's going on.
Mine's are a bit for throwing. Yours, make them for stabbing. You're better at stabbing.
He doesn't say anything in response.
Okay.
You find yourself resting against the wall again, and a voice creeps back to you saying, "Would you kill your friend to escape?"
I have no friend in this dungeon.
Finger bones make excellent picks.
Whatever. No.
Okay.
No, that's way too... Like, no, I could be that evil if I designed the character that way, but this guy is just simply trying to, like, Antonio is occupying his mind with what he's doing. His goal is to escape. If this doesn't, like, if he wraps his head, like exactly as you said, I find myself in the dungeon after days of being in here. That's exactly how it is. Like, the more I stay here, the more insane I go, the more I realize where I am exactly, because he's not computing. He's not, like, this is just another puzzle. This is just another test to get me on my way, but this is not where I'm gonna die. Like, he does not comprehend the fatality of the situation he is in.
Okay. You hear the rumblings of the trapdoor again as it gets lifted.
I put a hand on what do you call it? Hank, get ready. And I'm gonna whisper to the guy that was holding the bars. Do you wanna get out of here?
At this point, there's footsteps coming down.
You just slide over one of Hank's like darts towards the guy's cell, like on the ground, easily.
It slides over into his cell. The two soldiers appear, one with a lantern, one with a short sword again. But this time the light from outside and the light from the lantern is too intense. It's blinding. You have to shield your eyes to avoid the pain.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close one eye completely. I'm going to keep one eye up.
Okay. Are you going to cover it or are you just going to keep it closed?
Just keep it closed.
Okay. The two men come back down. This time they have some loaves of bread with them, and they toss one in the cell opposite of yours. They toss two in your cell. They go over to the one next to yours, and one of the guys sucks in his breath suddenly. You take a look, I presume, to see what's on there, and one of the men is still, like, the blood on him has long dried. Most of it's flecked off by now. His hair is still kind of matted in a strange color. The other person has chewed off his fingers, the one that you were pretty sure is dead. His hands end at like the second knuckle, the middle knuckle. They're just ending there, and you see him just gnawing on the ends of his finger bones.
I just water.
There's some grumbling, and the two guards leave. They come back 10 minutes later with a bucket of water, and they say, bring the other bucket over here.
Broken. Hank fell on it.
You broke both buckets?
Yeah, but like they didn't ask about the other one, so I'm guessing that they thought that was destroyed or something.
They just asked you to bring a bucket over to them. Do you have either bucket intact, or have you ruined both the buckets that you brought?
No, ruin both the parts because I gave the second one. Or did I have enough wood and stuff to make like just to give to Henry to make darts without ruining the second one?
I mean, how many darts are you trying to make?
Well, not trying to make more at this point, but just simply giving him something to do, just making himself a weapon.
Oh no, it takes a long time to craft these.
So
things.
we had enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So like the second bucket, I just bring the second bucket.
Okay.
Darts, like all the darts behind my, well, actually 4 because that's all that I can keep in the hand. Just 4 darts behind my back and like the other arm. I kind of pretend to use it to like support myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They take their bucket of water and just kind of dump it over in between the bars down into that, filling up your bucket through the bars. They look at you and shake their heads just in disappointment.
Are they close enough so that maybe if Hank?
Oh yeah, like they're right up against the bars in order to pour this. They have to be like all the way pushed. Their arm is pushed.
How far is Hank away from me? Like is he like right here? Can I kick him in?
Hank is. If this is Hank's in the front corner, so he's like leaning.
So I'm gonna.
These are the bars.
I'm gonna just half look at Hank and I say, "Thank you. We're so thirsty."
Hank lights up for a moment, jumps to his feet,
and then at the same time, we both the guy with the key, of course, we're attacking that one.
You don't know who's got the key.
Okay,
no
the lantern one then. The lantern one then.
One that's. Well, only one of them was really close enough to attack. The one holding.
No, I'm throwing.
Oh, you're throwing.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course I'm throwing.
Cool. So give me. You also get a surprise round. You can throw
3 darts.
3 darts. Hank will make his stab. Ooh, Hank scores a hit with his.
Nice. 20, 19, and 5.
You actually rolled a natural 20?
The thingy.
I believe you. I believe you.
There.
A 20, a what?
A 20, a 19, and a 5. I'm not using this dice anymore because this has only given me 1s.
Okay, so that's 2 crits and a hit.
19 is a crit?
19 is a crit, yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, I should be giving you a penalty of 2 to attack because of the brightness, but that still brings it to a 17 AC 13. No, so it's 1 crit, 1 hit. What was the third roll?
5.
5. Okay, yeah, so 1 crit and 1 hit.
So just 1d4 and just 2d4 then?
1d3 and 2d3.
Oh yeah.
So
reroll. 1.
3. 2.
5.
So 6 damage total. So you throw the 3 darts at the guard.
You just mark down how many.
They stick in him, and he crumbles to the ground. Hank stabbed guy for 2 points of damage. That guard is still alive. Now we roll initiative.
Okay, let's do this. Can I roll for Hank as well?
I will roll Hank's initiative.
Okay. My initiative is 4 plus whatever the speed of the dart is.
2.
6 then.
Okay. Hank goes for another stab, screaming wildly. This time his little jerk stabs into the wood and breaks in his hand. The remaining guard grabs his short sword and stabs it through the gate, gutting Hank in the gut. Ooh, but only for 1 damage. Hank doesn't have a lot of life. He's got enough though. Make your series of attacks.
8, 16, and 3.
Okay, so penalty of 2 for light. So the 16 is a 14 is still a hit.
1 point of damage. Okay. And the guard after stabbing Hank, getting hit by the darts, he retreats back up the staircase, up and out. The lantern is still resting on the ground, shedding light everywhere. Okay, just the guy, the key.
Let's see, how far can a person reach through some bars? Can you reach the lantern? Let's see if it's so the cells are designed so you can walk down the middle and no one should be able to reach you from either side. So
Yeah, but this guy died the first attack right next to the bars.
so
like
there
he
was one
spilling.
guy who was. If this is the wall. So if this is the. Imagine this has jail slots.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's one guy who's up against your pouring.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's the other
right.
guy who's standing in the back, shining the light.
Exactly,
out
yeah,
there
perfect.
like
And
this.
this one, the
So
one
this
he
is the
would
guy that got hit. The guy that's shining the light is the one that threw the darts at and killed.
No, I killed the one next.
You said that you were throwing the darts at the guy.
Okay, so the guy with the shining light then.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
He died, falls to the ground. The question is, where does his lantern land? Does it land in the middle? Does it land close to you? Does it land far from you?
1d4.
What are the... We can divide it into... Let's see where it lands. Luck is in your favor. As he fell, the lantern landed close enough that you can actually reach it from where you are.
Okay.
The body. Can you reach the body? You can reach his fingertips, but you can only reach his fingertips with your fingertips. You don't, unless you can pull a person across a floor with 2 fingers by his 1 finger. You can't drag him any closer to you. But his feet and legs are close to the guy on the opposite side, on the opposite cell from you.
I'm gonna say, you wanna get out? To the other guy.
He continues to stare transfixed.
Push him over, and I promise you're the first one who gets out.
He doesn't say or do anything yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a speech right now. Say, come on, man! If you wanna get out of here, do you really wanna leave your life here? We only have a couple of minutes before the other guard comes in with reinforcements. We need to drag the body to us. I'm gonna open the cells, and we need to run. You wanna charisma check?
No, I'm rolling some things in the background.
It's now or never. Do you wanna live? Or do you want to die like a rat?
He grabs the leg and pulls it towards him. He pulls the body towards him.
Okay, I can't do anything against this.
And reaches around for the belt, finds a set of keys, opens his own gate.
Open ours. We still have weapons. We can help you.
He looks around, picks up the guard's short sword. Where are you and Hank?
Well, I'm a bit behind. I'm guessing Hank is still at the bars, kind of waiting. He's very much waiting for him to open the doors. I'm kind of in the back. I don't really trust this guy. I'm very paranoid. But I have all the remaining darts. I think I have 4 more remaining darts behind my hands.
Okay. He has exited, grabs the guy's short sword, looks to you and Hank. Cocks his head to the side curiously. Give me a charisma check.
12 plus 15, 27.
He ponders you guys for a moment, comes over towards your gate, and then turns and walks to one next to yours and unlocks the jail cell of the 2 clearly insane people. And then the 3 of them make for the surface, leaving you and Hank behind. Their eyes are still squinting against the bright light. You hear them go up the stairs. You hear the hatch open.
Okay,
and then there's a scream, and the man who had been eating his cellmate comes running back down, comes up to your jail cell, grabs the bars and shakes them and says, "There's no escape. It's only light outside. It's only light. There is no escape.
I can make darkness. I can make darkness. Give me the keys. Give me the keys." And I show him, I will...
Make it dark and I will give you the keys. Make it dark forever. Darkness forever. That's all I want.
I dart towards the light. Towards the lantern. I break it.
I mean, you can reach the lantern.
Oh, yeah. I shudder. Does it have a shudder? I shudder. Darkness.
No, it's dark outside. It's light outside. It's so light. I need it dark outside.
Yeah, I need to get outside to make it, you see? And I just...
No. Darkness before keys. Darkness before keys. Give me the darkness.
I say, look, and I just make light, and then I make darkness again. I need to touch it. I need to touch the light to make darkness.
He shrieks and runs to the back of the jail cell. all the way back to the very end of the hallway.
Kind of. Okay, cool. I'm gonna continue on trying to convince this guy to give me the keys.
Hank looks at you with despair in his eyes and says, I think it's over for us.
Shh, it's not over until we're dead.
I think it's gone.
I will continue on, like, trying to charisma this fucking annoying person to give me the keys.
Do you have another speech in mind?
With the darkness thingy, yeah. That's it. Like, I just told him, like, I need to touch the right to make darkness. I promise you. Once we're out, it's complete darkness outside.
You find yourself thinking that you sound just as crazy as he does.
Yeah, just, I want to get out here.
And then you don't hear the sounds of the trapdoor shutting, but it becomes much darker all of a sudden. Like, as if there's a solar eclipse or something. The light just...
See?
Goes out.
I'm channeling my power. I can do it. Just give me the keys.
A cool breeze blows down from outside, filling the cell you're in with just a chilled air.
That's the
Hank,
guy
who is near the front of the cell, you can't really see him. The light comes back a little bit, not almost like there's something blocking like 3/4 of the trap.
I know what's happening. I just want the keys.
And then Hank disappears from view. You can still see kind of like the bars around you a little bit, and the ceiling and everything just a little bit. But Hank just doesn't disappear. Just like that section where Hank is just darkness, and you can't see through that section where Hank is anymore.
Okay. I kind of just whisper, is that you, Spirit?
And soon darkness overcomes you, and you feel chilled to the bone, as if you've stepped into an aura of cold or something. You can't see your hands before your eyes. You can't see anything.
Deep breaths, whispering, is somebody there?
It seems you wouldn't go very far to escape.
Well, I've already killed men. How far do you want? I've already killed men. I've made men kill each other by the scrapings I've done, made men go crazy.
All accidents.
Accidents?
Never intentional.
I knew.
And
the man said the other one would kill him if I don't stop, but I didn't stop because I wanted to get out. And then I killed another guard. Guard who had a family who's...
Accidents. And you can see Hank again, and he lies on the ground, unconscious, but not quite dead. There's a shriek from the back of the hall as the crazy man runs out into the light, but this time you see where his eyes were, there's just like blood and pus coming down. He seems to have ripped out his own eyeballs and runs for the staircase, runs into it and scrambles up out into the daylight, where you hear a shriek, and then his body comes tumbling back down, and then the trapdoor slams shut again.
There's no way getting out unless I kill Hank right now. God damn it, I don't want to kill Hank. Antonio is not necessarily a bad guy. He's... stupid intentions.
You don't have to be a bad guy. You can die a good person.
But that's the thing. Role-playing a character, he would not die. He would go past the brink at this point. He's not a type of heroic character. He wants to still be good, but he wouldn't give his life for it. That's the only way I see this. I'm not gonna try necessarily to kill him, but I'm gonna chop off his fingers.
Okay. What do you have to chop off his fingers?
Who asks that? You or...
the DM asks you.
Finger lockpicks. Bone lockpicks.
No, but how are you going to chop his fingers off?
Nails. Just
You're
piercing.
going to use a nail to chop his fingers off?
What else do I have? I'm just gonna pierce his hands.
You're going to do that while he's alive?
No, I'm gonna kill him. No,
I'm gonna... Kill him?
Yeah, there's no...
You're going to murder Hank, your loyal servant?
I'm gonna murder Hank.
We'll take a break and we'll come back on the other side of this. See you guys in